Okay, today I was going to have a go at making an organiser stand for my powder coatings that I just got, because I wanted to try some powder coating on the laser to keep them up out of the way. I just wanted to make a bit of a rack, so I measured I put a little video just so you can see what the bottles look like, and then I measured the bottles and they're 81 millimeters, oh sorry, they're about 80.5 millimeters round, so what I'm going to do is make mine 81, just so I've got a little bit of space in the array. How many you want? I have 6 bottles, so I want 6 circles there. Now you're spacing, you can decide yourself. I'm going to go with 20 millimeters because I'm not just going to make it square, I'm going to, make it a little bit stylized. So I'm just going to say okay on the 6. I mean, now you could, just put a square around it and kind of use that in the same way, but what I'm going to do is select them all, and then I'm going to just group them for a minute. I'm going to go to offset, and then offset this outwards. So I've got it 25 mil, just do it where you think looks about right. You want this pretty thick, so that's over an inch, so that should be fine. They're only light bottles. And then if you go to the square tool and you start right about in the center of this here and drag it across, here you have to choose how far you want it, to stick out of your rack. So I'm just gonna, that'll be fine, an inch away. So now you can control and click, make sure you're on the selection tool, and control and click these, and if you say everything on the inside with this Boolean union tool, it will take that out, and now like you've got this what can slot into another piece of wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, I'm going to flip it and drag it down, because I'm going to need something for the bottles to stand on. So, and then I'm going to need a back wall for the bottles, to fit into. So to do the back wall that I'm going to fix it to, if you start in this, let me zoom out a little bit, start in this bottom corner and drag a square out. If you've got snap to objects, it'll snap between them. So now I've got the length that I need to slot this into, so I've just got to change the width. So make sure this is unlocked and put the width, whatever the width of your material is. I know mine is 4.2, so that's one of the slots, and then I'll duplicate that, and the second slot, I want these about 50 millimeters apart. You can either draw a line out 50 millimeters, so click there, hold, and you'll see down the bottom down here it's telling you the length. You could do that, or actually probably a better way is, let me just go back one here, just to make sure you're definitely the 50 millimeters apart. Let me just, I've already got a duplicate here, let me just delete that. Yeah, to make sure it's definitely the 50 millimeters apart, go to the array tool, and then you want one vertical row, that way they're all lined up as well. So that's what I want, 50 millimeters between my two shelves. So, and then I just measured the height of the bottles and everything else. And then basically just drew in, I made sure these lined up with the center of the circles. I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to just stretch this a little bit extra because I've changed the design a bit now. I'll move these down to the bottom. And then my bottles are about 160 millimeters tall, so I just want to check from down here. I hold shift and go up, and you can see there it's 183. So, and now this shelf, so this shelf up here is 4.2mm thick, it's going to slot into this slot, and this one is the same, it's going to slot into this slot, and then the bottles can stand up, you know, here under their colours. So I'm just going to drag this down, just double check this definitely all lines up, because like I say, I had this finished once, but yeah, that looks good. So I think that's it. I'm gonna, next thing is take this out onto the laser and cut it out. Okay, I'm on the computer outside, and it's on 2 layers. One layer is the fill layer, which is the right in here, that's at 400 speed and a 20 power. And then to cut, mine is 1/4 inch birch plywood from Home Depot, but it's about just over 4mm thick, and I cut it at 12 speed, 60 power, air assist on as well. You want to make sure you're doing the etching first, and if the etching is below, just use these arrows to make sure, you know, your cut goes last. So yeah, that's correct. So I'm going to send that. Yeah, well, that's a nice fit, and then that should hold the bottles. I'm going to get this glued together and screw it up on the wall, put the bottles in there, and I'll be back. I've got one magnet there. I'll find the other screw over here somewhere. There. And then I can just get this straight piece of wood, mark it along there between them two, and I know something about correct there. Maybe just a little touch above that, but yeah, and you can see they're finished. That's handy, just keeps everything nice and together and neat. They're only pretty light, so just putting that in the wood like I did there is fine really. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll add another video as soon as possible. I'll be doing one with this powder coating soon, and I also got some ammo cans and stuff like that I'm going to try out. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.